A British police force has been found guilty of discrimination after it rejected an applicant who is a white, heterosexual male. That is the decision reached by an employment tribunal in northwest England. Cheshire Police were in the middle of a diversity drive when they turned down 25-year-old Matthew Furlong, who wanted to follow his father into the force.
It has completely shattered my confidence in the police force recruitment system. Had I lied on my interview form and said I was bisexual, for instance, there's a strong possibility I would be working for Cheshire Police now, based on a lie.
Cheshire Police say they are aware of the tribunal's decision and have agreed to review the results. Matthew's lawyer says it is the first discrimination case of its kind in the UK. We put the issue up for debate with Stephen Morris from the English Democrats Party and political and social commentator Mo Anzar.
What they're doing is they are blatantly discriminating against people. So any trust people have in the police is going to be gone. You know, how can you trust them when you know full well that they are not looking to recruit the best people for the job? They are just recruiting based on ticking a box.
So in fact, what we see, Stephen and the others who might think like him, is that discrimination and treating people less favourably but for their race or their protected characteristic has been going on for decades. And ostensibly, sad to say, by white heterosexual men. And they have had the jobs, they've had the lion's share of income. Even though we monitor equal pay, they will still have the lion's share. And so positive action is about redressing a balance. It's about saying that when things are imbalanced,
No.
Take
positive action is racism. Positive action is discrimination.
No, sorry. Stephen, I'm sorry, I'll correct you on a matter of fact and a matter of law, having taken race discrimination cases all the way to the Royal Courts of Justice. No offence to you, Stephen, but this is now
I
my
do as well.
specialism.
I'm actually a trade union official and I deal with race relations cases on a daily basis. So I do know employment law.
And as a trade union...
Right, and racism is racism. There's nothing positive about it. When you discriminate against somebody based on their colour, it is racism. We've seen racism in the police force now. Racism is wrong. It should be done on merit, nothing else. Right? Now, if you're saying positive action, that's just another word for racism and discrimination.
Stephen,
that's all it is.
When we look at positive action, we're talking about underrepresented minorities, whether they are black, whether they are Muslim, Jewish, gay, bisexual, transgender, older people. We need policies which are fair in society. And absolutely, you are right, and the Employment Tribunal potentially is right in its finding, if they have treated him less favourably but for his sex.
No, it's not potentially right. It was right in its findings.
He was saying if he was... Well, let's see. I mean, appeals and things happen. But at the minute, the finding we have is that but for the fact of his race, and if he'd been bisexual, he'd been more likely to have got a job. I agree. We cannot discriminate even against
which is wrong. It's discrimination.
White, heterosexual men.
It's all about freedom of choice, right? If people do not want to join the police, then fine, but find out the reasons why. It's not purely down to the recruitment process that we haven't got enough people from the BAME groups or the gay groups.